Hey Tony, what you holding in your hand there?
Oh, this? Well, this is a Camellia sinensis plant. This is the plant that all teas come from. That's green, white, red, oolong, lapsang, pu'er. They all come from this plant, and this plant comes from China. We're not in China right now. We're in Asheville, North Carolina, but this plant grows perfectly well.
Wait, what?
In fact, it thrives in Asheville, North Carolina, we've discovered, and in the mountains surrounding Asheville, North Carolina. So we are right here in Asheville, North Carolina in a USDA Zone 7. That means it doesn't really get below zero that often, and when it doesn't get that far below zero. We found that this plant can survive just fine down to about minus 10 Fahrenheit for sure. We've also read that Camellia sinensis can survive, it's proven to survive down to minus 15 Fahrenheit. So it might go survive negative 20 or so. We don't know for sure, but it can definitely grow in a USDA Zone 7, probably a USDA Zone 6, probably.
For
Now,
1 minute?
That's the macro climate that this plant can grow in. It also needs rainfall, okay? Adequate rainfall, 30, 40 inches of rain a year. So the southeastern United States, good place to grow tea. The best teas come from mountainous environments. Here in Asheville, we're in the mountains, so we're in a particularly good tea growing region. So wet, fairly mild climate, and then where should you plant it in a wet, fairly mild climate? I'm glad you asked. You should plant it in a location that gets a little bit of shade in the middle of the day, but gets plenty of morning sun. That's an optimum location for growing tea. And it just so happens that we have one such location right here. This is what the hell is this again, Amelia?
This is a Juneberry tree.
This is a Juneberry tree, and I'm standing on the east side of this Juneberry tree. So we're going to plant this Camellia sinensis on the east side of this Juneberry tree where it's getting morning sun, but afternoon shade. There's also a good slope here, so this is a good well-draining site. It's got to be a well-draining site. Do not plant a tea plant in a flat location where it's prone to flooding. The plant will die. And if you can give it a good windbreak, that's a good idea too. So meet those criteria for your tea planting location, and your plant will thrive for thousands of years.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah.